A sex reassignment is a transformation that can completely alter one's life. It demands a tremendous deal of bravery as well as support from loved ones, friends, and community members. When you are a star, when journalists and paparazzi are following every little detail of your life, and when there are always hundreds or thousands of people assessing you, the situation becomes far more challenging. Here, we would want to demonstrate to you why these transgender celebrities are deserving of a round of applause for overcoming challenges and shining brighter than they ever have before. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Number 12. Amanda Lepore. Amanda Lepore, better known by her stage name Amanda Lepore, is a well-known American model, nightlife star, and fashion icon. She has been a model for the work of photographer David LaChapelle, and she is most well known for her appearances in advertising for the cosmetics brand MAC and the fashion brand Heatherette. In 1989, when she was 19 years old, she went to New York City to undergo surgery to change her gender. She became a prominent character in the nightlife scene during the decade of the 1990s. Number 11. Abigail Che. Che is one of Singapore's most famous transgender comedians and entertainers. The skinny, broad-mouthed comedian is best known for her roles as Auntie Abigail in local TV sitcom Under One Roof in the 1990s, and as a lonely ghost in the Channel 5 comedy series Maggie and Me in the 2000s. She was born Caesar Che Tut Kwong, but at age 22, she underwent a sex reassignment surgery to become female. Her surgery and tumultuous love life were dramatized in a Hong Kong musical in 2012. Number 10. Jan Morris. Jan Morris, a Welsh historian, author, and travel writer, was one of the most successful journalists to emerge in the 1960s. He was in the field of journalism. She began transitioning in the middle of the 1960s, despite the fact that she was born James Humphrey Morris. She went to Morocco in 1972 to have a procedure that would change her gender. She is the author of dozens of works, one of which being the Pax Britannica trilogy, which is about the rise and fall of the British Empire. When she was a man, she started working on the trilogy, and when she was a woman, she finished it in 1978. Number 9. Balian Buschbaum. Balian Buschbaum is a former pole vaulter from Germany who was formerly known as Yvonne Buschbaum. In 1999, she made history by becoming the champion and record holder of the German pole vault competition. In November of 2007, Buschbaum made the announcement that he was ending his participation in the sport due to a recurrent injury, and that he intended to begin the process of gender transformation. With his successful transformation story, Balian has demonstrated that transgender persons are not any different from ordinary people. He is now a best-selling author, a motivational speaker, a life coach, and a happy husband. Number 8. Juno Rosero. Juno Rosero is a supermodel who calls herself Filipino-American. She is also an advocate for transgender rights and the founder of the media production firm Gender Proud, which advocates for transgender rights, equality, and justice. In the years leading up to Republic debut, Juno Rosero was merely recognized as an accomplished model. At this point, she is a prominent figure in the LGBTQIA community rights struggle. In the year 2014, she made the announcement during a TED Talk. As Gina explained, she came forward with her identity because she wanted to encourage other transgender people to live their lives in an honest manner and not feel embarrassed of themselves. Number 7. Laura Jane Grace. Laura Jane Grace, whose birth name is Thomas James Gable, is a member of the American punk rock band Against Me, where she performed as a singer and guitarist. During the interview with Rolling Stone in 2012, Laura said that she intended to formally transition into the role of a transgender woman. It wasn't until 2014 that the band finally released their 6th studio album titled Transgender Dysphoria Blues. This came after a lengthy period of lineup shifts and transformations. Laura said that she would be delighted to be a member of the final generation of explainers, and that she places a significant amount of importance on coming out and participating in interviews. Additionally, in 2016, Grace published a memoir titled Tranny, Confessions of Punk Rock's Most Infamous Anarchist Sellout. Number 6. Jazz Jennings. Jazz Jennings is the youngest LGBT rights activist, in addition to being a spokesmodel and a YouTube vlogger. She began bringing up the issue of transgender individuals being misunderstood and disapproved of when she was 9 years old. This was after she was forcibly removed from the restroom that was only for girls at school. During the year 2016, Jennings wrote a book titled Being Jazz, My Life as a Transgender Teen, and began her own television show called I Am Jazz, which is broadcast on TLC. Jennings and her parents established the Trans Kids Purple Rainbow Foundation with the intention of providing assistance and support to transgender adolescents. At this point in time, she's widely recognized as one of the most prominent transgender role models, not just in the United States, but also across the entire globe. Number 5. Aidan Dowling. In addition to being a successful YouTuber, bodybuilder, transgender activist, and campaigner for transgender rights, Aidan Dowling is also a loving husband and father. She is also a co-founder of the volunteer organization PointOutPride.org. It was Aidan who made history by becoming the first transgender man to ever be featured on the cover of Gay Times magazine. He was also the first transgender man to ever appear on the front of a collector's edition of Men's Health magazine. On his channel, Dowling provides individuals with fitness advice and information regarding the intricacies of sports for transgender people, in addition to sharing interesting insights about his own life. Today, Aidan is a significant figure in the transgender community, serving as a role model and a significant impact. Number 4. Alexandra Billings. As well as being an accomplished stage and movie actor in the United States, Alexandra Billings is also a singer who has won multiple awards, a respected theater professor, and an activist for AIDS and LGBT rights. In addition, Billings is one of the few actors who has played a transgender character on television. She has given performances in the television shows Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, and Transparent. In recognition of her exceptional contributions to the LGBTQ community, Alexandra was honored with the Human Rights Campaign Visibility Award in the year 2016. Through her years of activity, Alexandra strives to promote tolerance and bring attention to the fact that people in general do not belong to any one category. Rather, they are all members of the same race, which is the human race. Number 3. Lee T. Leandra Medeiros Cerezo, who is now known as Lee T, is a transgender fashion model, the star of Givenchy's most talked about advertising campaign, a pop culture icon, and an advocate for transgender people. She was born to Tonino Cerezo, a well-known football player from Brazil, and she is his daughter. She is also the first openly transgender person to ever be featured in an opening ceremony of an Olympic Games. During the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio, she rode her bike into the stadium to lead the Brazilian football team into the stadium. Number 2. Lana Wachowski. As the first prominent director in Hollywood to come out as transgender, Lana Wachowski is responsible for films such as The Matrix, 1999, V for Vendetta, 2005, and Cloud Atlas, 2012. Lily Wachowski, who is now known as Lana's sibling, also revealed his gender identity as a transgender woman a few years later in the year 2016. Lana Wachowski was honored with the Visibility Award from the Human Rights Campaign in the month of October in 2012. She stated in her speech that when she was younger, she was unable to find somebody who was similar to her, and as a result, she decided to come out now in the hopes of becoming that person for someone else. Number 1. Conchita Wurst. Due to the fact that Conchita Wurst, also known as Thomas Newworth, is more of a stage persona, there is no before and after sex reassignment surgery for her. However, after she triumphed in the Eurovision Song Contest in 2014, she went on to become a significant influencer and a media celebrity, drawing attention to significant issues concerning lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer people on a global scale. At the European Union and United Nations conferences, Conchita has delivered eloquent addresses on the subject of equal rights and tolerant worldwide communities. In addition, she has been a supporter of campaigns for the rights of minorities. If you live your life in accordance with your heart and in an honest and open manner, does it really make a difference what gender you are? In the comments box below, we would be delighted to get your views and opinions. Do subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Thanks for watching.